Hello and welcome back. So we need to fix some of the weighting here. When you go too far, it's gonna cause some problem over there. Okay, so let's do that. Just some weight punting. Again, it's depending on how good it's basically depending on eventually the model. If the model has, you know, imperfections on the topology and stuff, it's not gonna be good. Let me smooth it. I think that might be because of the upper lip. More control here, slightly more control here. Did I keyframe it? Okay, those are seems to be okay. Let's see the others. So one clearly needs more control over here. And here. And this one doesn't really do anything now. For those ones are really mysterious on what's going on, those can wait. Let's just hammer those. Okay. Getting better. Here we're still getting something we don't want to see. They're getting close too much. So let's see. Check their weightings. 16 seems actually okay. Let's try 15. Don't have enough over there. 14. And maybe that's also because they're rotating a lot. So I'm gonna go grab the joint here and disable their rotation, because I don't want them to rotate that much. Just want them to go up and down. Break connection. Okay, that could make them perform better. Okay, so out and up, out, some line there that's not looking nice. So but yeah, that should be everything you need to do on the face. And you see the topology here is having this kind of diamond shape across the deformation needed. That's when it's hard to do the weighting. So you may want to avoid that when you're doing the skin modeling. Okay. I see the model here are chunky, so So I don't know if I can fix this easily, but I would try. But you know, that's all the techniques you need to do this part, and I don't want to make this tutorial really long or something. So we're gonna just call it a day here. Okay. Oh, and so let me do some final cleanup. So don't want to see any joints, and then in the outliner, let's go grab the ribbon ones. Okay, they're gonna be parented to the deformation system. Oh, sorry, the motion system, and they all don't need any inherent transform on those. So let's check those off. 2, 3, 4. Okay, for this guy, let's also just parent it underneath the motion system. I'm checking inherent transform, but we can grab that and the skin, and let's do a make follow skin. And for that follicle, let's just parent it underneath the follicle group. Okay. Alright, that way we'll follow the skin. It looks like it's more consistent in this case. Alright, so we have mouse corner up and down, in and out. They're all a blend shape on the driven or banded ribbon. Okay, so that's the corner of the mouse, and they should be able to do a lot of facial expression already on it. It's just you know, sometimes they need to refine those shapes by dragging things around, and honestly I think the weighting needs some more fixing to make it better up there, but you know, the model has to be good enough, otherwise it's really hard to do. So okay, so that's the entire rig I will do on you know, all the characters, in case you're wondering, you know, how those things are done. This one is particularly harder because it's a complicated model. It's asymmetrical. It does have some imperfections on the corner of the mouse already. You see the shape here is, you know, I don't know why there's a bump over here. You know, all those things are making things harder for me. But I'm sure that your model should be much easier to rig using the techniques. The hardest part to me is always at the weight painting part, and the good thing about this setup is it doesn't have any blend shape on the model. Okay, it's clean. It only have a joint based rigging system on it, and the blend shape were done on the Nervous we created as a ribbon. And it doesn't mean you cannot do blend shape on the model, though. You can do, if you wanted to do that, you can. You're more than welcome to create blend shape directly on the model and use that to do a facial expression. That's totally fine too. And this workflow is compatible with the blend shape based directly on the model, so you can do both, add them together. Okay. So that's it. That's the entire workflow. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any further questions, please ask me. And this is going to be the end of this one. Okay, so see you in the future, and